Hello guys, in this video I want to introduce you the Overflow Protector, or better called the Overflow Trash Bin. This is very important also to make the factory more stable, so it will never clog in any situation of depot limits. Use these blueprints together with my 1.4 factory blueprints. The thing I forgot to mention in that video, but I pinned in the comment, is the fact that if an item reaches depot limit, it will affect the production line or the entire line for another item. Let's say for the core items you produce, CC Wuling Battery. If the battery reaches the depot limit, then it will not use the sewage anymore, so it will stop the production of 2 lines of cuprium, which results in slightly slowing down the pyrolite line. Pyrolite parts. If the pyrolite parts reaches the depot limit, then it will clog 90% of the cuprium line, so it will stop producing the sewage, resulting in stopping making the battery production. 3. Heavy Xeranite. If a heavy Xeranite reaches depot limit, then it will stop using 2 lines of separator core, meaning it clogs down 2 lines of cuprium, which may slow down the battery line. 4. Heteronite parts or healings. As you know, with my blueprints you can either use extra 1 or extra 2, based on your needs. And in both cases, you use 2 lines of cuprium to make either heteronite parts or reagent syringe or Jinsao tea. So if these items reach the depot limit, it will clog 2 lines of cuprium, and it's the same situation as the heavy Xeranite. It may slow down the battery line. All this is easily avoidable just by keep selling those 4 items from outposts, so never letting them reach the depot limit. And in the new patch you produce almost the same as the outpost requires, so it's rarely to reach the depot limit. But it can still happen, right? Maybe for players who doesn't look at them every day when selling, or maybe for players who forgot to log in for a few days. That's why having a machine that can delete items that exceed the depot limit is a lifesaver. In fact, let me introduce you the Overflow Protector, or just Trash Bin. With my 1.4 factory blueprints guide, you have 2 options, right? You either use a Genie Volley sub-AIC or you put them in your core AIC, so I give you 2 options here as well. If you use the sub-AIC, then this part of the core AIC should be empty. Just move the core around, bottom right side, and drop down the blueprint 1.4 Trash Bin 1. Deploy it here, matching the depot bus. Then I need you to get 3 water pipes, 2 for left side and 1 for bottom side. On left side here, you have a small lake, so just deploy 2 fluid pumps to get water, while the bottom one just get from the right side river. Use a pipe control port to extend the pipe length. Connect each fluid pump into these 3 pipes marked with water. And then put 1 stack of reagent in this seed machine, and 1 stack of Jinsao in this seed machine. So 1 for each. And we're done setting it up. I'll explain later how it works. Let's deploy it down first for who left the Genie Volley sub-AIC empty instead. So if you left your Genie Volley sub-AIC empty, just use this blueprint here, 1.4 Trash Bin 2, and deploy it on top side. At this point, get a 3 water pump into these 3 pipes I marked with water. And that's it. You don't have to put crops, as this one is automatic. Now let me explain the logic behind it and how to set up your 4th item. It's the same for both blueprints. It uses the Expanded Crucible multi-clog autofix feature and the priority output from the protocol stash. First of all, when you perform 2 reactions at the same time in the Expanded Crucible, and when all reactions clogs, it will delete all items in the cache. That's why we put both crop dusts, so it is performing 2 reactions. And when they reaches 50, it will delete all items inside it. This is just the first part. How do we transport items that exceed the depot limit into them then? We are using the protocol stash priority output. When there is only 1 line of input going inside a protocol stash, and in the output there is 1 normal line and 1 line starting with converger, it will automatically prioritizing the normal line first. This only works if the items are coming in 1 by 1, else it will split in both lines. So this way, we can keep letting items in and then put them back to the depot. So only when you reach the depot limit, so it can't go to the depot anymore, using a depot loader, then it will transport items into the reactor crucible. So those items will get deleted. Very simple logic, right? Now let's set up the last item. In both blueprints there are 4 outputs. 3 of them are already used for the main productions of my 1.4 blueprints. So batteries, Aurylene parts, and heavy xeranite. So the last item depends on which extra blueprint you used. If you used the extra one, so you're making healings, then just choose the one you're making in this output. It may be Yachan Syringe or Tinsao Tea. Well, if you use the extra 2, then you're making the Hetonite parts, then just choose Hetonite parts as output here. It's the same if you deploy it at the core, just the location changes a bit. So once you set up this overflow trash bin, your base will never clog, even if the produced items reaches the depot limit. Also, even though these 2 blueprints are made mainly to fit my 1.4 guide, if you understood the logics behind it, you can replicate it with your base as well. Just make sure to have plenty machines to get at your crops, transform them into dust and put them into the crucible. Then just put in the items you want to delete, using the protocol stash priority outputs. And let me repeat, you don't need this if you know what you're doing, so you know to never let items reach the depot limit by selling them or deleting them. Also, since I'm here, let me tell you something about my previous 1.4 guide. In the video, I said if you have both of these switches off, you will make 7.5 components per minute, right? I was tired and I forgot that one gearing machine limit is 6 per minute. So just don't mind me there. Fastest you can do here is 6 per minute, unless you put another gearing unit, but no reason to do so. 6 per minute is already super fast. Also here, don't delete it. Leave it like this. This is a circuit to delete 2.5 zircon effluent to match the crafting speed of 2.75 batteries per minute. So you won't clog it by saving too much zircon. So just don't do anything with it. Anyways, that's it. Hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!